to the Big Muscle Gains Design Process Podcast. I am your host, Chris. Today we're going to be getting into some good content talking about department sabotage. Does your department sabotage you as a designer or a coder? Okay, this is really prevalent within the industry because a lot of people or a lot of outside departments get into the mix when it comes to making design or process decisions without properly understanding their own product or what constraints you have to work in within that tiny box that you get to work in sometimes. So let's go ahead and dive right on into it, man. I have an example. I just finished a contract with this company. One of the main pivotal parts that happened was the client themselves not understanding or not properly understanding their actual product, right? Or the product that they gave me to work inside. At the end of the day, I can put a circle inside a box, but it's still a box. And for this example, we're talking about SharePoint. SharePoint, as you know, is a WYSIWYG, which means what you see is what you get. Okay, there can only be a little bit of differences, a little bit of changes inside of a platform called SharePoint. A lot of people know this, that actually, if you have common sense, or you're able to understand certain platforms or certain products give you just a little bit, right? And SharePoint is one of those ones to where if you have a content heavy website or you need to do a lot of customizations, that isn't the name of the game for that particular platform, right? So, yeah, it's going to dive a little deeper, okay? One pitfall that normally happens within departments like this is their subject matter expert isn't really the subject matter expert, right? They may be the subject matter expert within their tiny circle, but in actuality, they really don't know anything about where the content should be, how the taxonomy should be set up so the user in this case can also view the said content, right? And when you get on these contracts, there are a lot of yeses and nos, but if you are brave enough to speak the truth, really won't be liked. But coming in as a contractor, your job is to solve the actual problem that the company has, right? And if that problem is, hey, here is our CMS, make it look better for the actual user. You in return, you'd be like, sure, okay. What CMS do you have? We have SharePoint. Okay. One of the main things you need to do is let the person know the do's and don'ts or the limitations of said platform that they're actually using. And if you don't do that, then that's on you. But if you do let them know the pitfalls of the actual product that they are giving you to work off of, that's all that matters. One, say things, be upfront. Don't be afraid. Like if the contract, if they can't understand, look, their product does not offer the features that they like, and you let them know that, and then they would like to still proceed, it's not your fault if it cannot be done, right? So, major example, before I signed the contract for this particular company that I'm not trying to name, but I may end up naming later on in the episode, so please stay informed, right? I said, hey, these particular features that you guys want are not capable within SharePoint, okay? And had the conversation about that. I was like, hey, look, if you're looking for these certain features or these certain features need to be had, let's look outside of SharePoint and pick another CMS, like Acquia / Drupal, Sitecore, even Adobe AEM, or we can pick a even lighter platform. We don't have to be like the more heavy hitter type CMSs out there, but just to let you know, there's going to be a lack of customization for this. As long as you guys understand that, then so be it. They asked, well, how long is that going to actually take? Because we need something in 2 weeks. We need something in 14 days. Even though our job post said 3 weeks, we needed it in 14 days. Okay. Well, switching to CMS with your level of content may take anywhere from 6 months to a year. Okay, to get it fully, dialed in correctly with a small team. Or we can continue going with SharePoint, but as long as you know that some of the designs that you may see come across your screen, that I will send you as an example, may just be that, a example of what can or cannot happen, right? At the end of the day, you really don't know what can and can't happen within SharePoint until you actually dive right on into it. And as long as you, as a designer, always stay firm and stay honest to the actual features that the platform, that the company, that the platform that you're actually using, the CMS in this case, that's all that matters. So whatever design I show you may or may not be capable to be done, may not be capable to be actually designed using the CMS platform, okay? Using SharePoint. But here's an idea, and if this can happen, it can happen. Let's go ahead and make it happen, right? But if it can't, I already told you, this is an idea that may or may not be possible within this platform. Because, at the end of the day, Microsoft is not a sexy type of company to where they're giving you full design controls. Now, they do have things called Power Apps, Power BI, Power Automate, so you can kind of, mix a couple things around here and there, but does it look really good? No, it really doesn't. Does it take forever to do? Yes, it does. Okay. Yeah, that's one of the main things, man, is just stay firm and stay true, and let's just weed out all the BS, all the lies, okay? Another thing is to look out when you're dealing with a company or dealing with a department that is not technical whatsoever or is having a troubling time understanding or sticking to the BRD, the business requirement document. If they're having trouble sticking to the BRD, you can say, hey, this is not in scope for this certain project. If they say, well, I don't care, we really need it. Well, guess what? You already signed the contract, and the contract or the job summary that you wrote didn't have this. Also, the pitch that I sent you didn't include this. Where did this actually come from? Again, working as a contractor can be scary at times, because dealing with these shady companies, sometimes they don't want to pay because they're not happy. Ask them a question. Why are you not happy? Did you give me every single piece of content needed to get the job done? Yes or no? No buts. Yes or no? Did you give me every single piece of content needed to complete this job correctly? No? You said the content won't be done for another 2 weeks. So you mean 2 weeks after I've already completed the duration of the contract? Yes. Okay. Did you tell me where this file was so I can go find this? No, because it wasn't ever created? Wow, look at that. Okay. Little things like that get very irritating because, we put in all this work, all this documentation for people not to even read the documentation. And if you don't read the documentation that I sent over prior to the contract being signed, whose problem is it? I think it's the problem of the said company or department. And again, if you're the subject matter expert coming from the company, and I am a contractor coming within this bad ecosystem, how can the contractor be to blame for your pitfalls, right? I can only say, hey, this is what I'm seeing. Contact the agency that actually gave me the contract. It's always like an agency, kind of, I don't want to even name no names, but if I have to, see me in the comment section. They meet you with the company, boom, there's a perfect match. Everything is everything. That's how it's supposed to go, right? But when you have these particular, these first-time clients or people with lack of knowledge, in other words, ignorant, when it comes to a certain level of technical ability, is like, well, it's supposed to be done this way. Since when? We didn't agree to this. I would like to stick to my contract, right? So as an example, I had a first initial meeting, said, Chris, go ahead and start. We're gonna be sending you the contract right now. Turns out she didn't read my pitch whatsoever, read the amount of money I wanted to get paid for said project, right? And then said, look, we have to pass. You're too expensive. You just wasted an hour and 30 minutes of my time. You just told me to start. We were sending the contract over, but you didn't read anything. Okay. A couple of days later go past. Mind you, the contract is only supposed to be for 14 days, right? A couple of days later, which means 12 days, right? Hit me back. The agency hits me back. Hey, Chris, what is your lowest common, what is the lowest price that you can get this done for, okay? What's the lowest price? I said, look, my price is my price. But I can re-scope the scope, if you get what I'm saying. I can redo the scope of the actual project and take a couple of things out so we can make it make sense. Money that we're talking about. Now, I did that. The said director of this department didn't read anything. All this person saw was, we got it for less. That's all that matters. Let's go ahead and start because we only have 12 days. Okay, so when it comes to, again, SharePoint, it really isn't a design type of, it really isn't like a sexy platform until you can make something look good. Let's be for real. Everything for the most part is already predefined. The editable actions or editable elements that you can do is Power BI and also Power Apps. Power Apps takes way more than a couple days or way more than a few hours to actually get things done correctly and make them look somewhat nice. Even the fact that even how SharePoint draws them in is off an iframe, so it's always within a frame, like it's always within a box. So you have a box within a box, but you're able to see the container, if you get what I'm saying, or it doesn't load like you would think it would because it takes time to load said platform. Right, so, again, didn't get access to Power BI, which I was going to use. So there's like big data tables, right? We're talking about 15 columns for some tables. Now, we may have proposed a card design, but we also said that if the card design is not, if we cannot actually make the card design work, we will stick with the current table design and also implement certain features that you guys did want that was outside of scope, right? Which is drop-down menus, searchability, drop-downs and searchability. So we have filters and we have sorting, right? Which should be a win-win no matter what, because you're going from a side scroll of 15 columns to doing a filter and search for 4 of those primary columns. And yeah, like 15 columns is a lot of information. I don't care if it was on a card design, it's still a lot of information that me as a designer cannot change because I am not the content person that is actually on the real team, right? That is a internal, in this case, problem. But I'm here to give you a better user experience and see if this design can actually bring better user data, number one, bring, a faster way for your internal employees, your users to actually find said information, which I actually did accomplish, and I was pretty happy that I did, okay? Given the fact that I asked for, let's say, the Power BI, again, we're talking about 14 days. Well, we're really talking about 12 days, right? Let's say I asked for Power BI on Thursday. I didn't get Power BI to the following Wednesday. Needing those 2 weekends, needing Saturday and Sunday to actually make sure everything is dialed in. So I'm really wasting 7 total days of not having access to a particular platform that is really needed for the completion, of said project. And then to get access to a platform like Power BI 2 days before the project is actually due. It's crazy. It's crazy, right? And the fact that also turns out, so I'm over here, updating tables, making sure the design looks somewhat nice on the consumer facing, or not somewhat nice, the design looks nice for the platform that we're using, right? Because we're trying to draw a big, nice circle inside of a box. But at the end of the day, remember, we're still designing within a box. That is the main takeaway of this episode, right? A box is a box. Shit is shit, okay? If you go overseas, they worship cows and cow shit. In America, we put that shit outside. Anyways, let's get it going, man. So, to find out that I only got access to a free trial of Power BI, but I still had to get the job done. Because at this point, it took me 7 real days to actually get access. I didn't ask for a free trial. If you get what I'm saying, it's like we already have a problem ahead of, one, I don't have all the features to this platform that I'm just not realizing because it took me a day to realize. I'm watching all these videos online. How to work Power BI and do all these complex data tables or whatever. Complex layout drop downs, trying to make Power BI do something more than it isn't really capable of doing. Because this platform isn't capable of holding your content correctly, which was already stated before the project even started, but you said, we don't care, go ahead and design whatever you can do, just make it look a little better and has some better functionality. Functionality equals sort and search. That's functionality. You are giving extra functionality that you didn't already have on your already self-designed SharePoint site, right? So, yeah, that's really the gist of it, man. Didn't get full access to a platform. Got blamed for not having access. Ain't that something? Somebody don't give you access to something that they're supposed to give you access to, and you get blamed. How is that possible? Okay. So anyways, yeah. Got access, got a free trial. The main part was, I did notice, it took me like 15 or 16 times of remaking this one document over and over and over and over. Because I found out that I didn't have access from a user standpoint of being able to send data to and from, right? So I already didn't have user access, which I did find that part out. On top of that, I didn't have access to the full platform of Power BI, so I can update my own local file. That is one of the things that Power BI has a pitfall in doing. If you don't have the actual, paid membership, you cannot update your own local file. So I did this 3-sheet, 15 plus column tables for 3 sheets over and over. I'm like, why it ain't working? Why it ain't working? Come to find out, that is one of the paid features. So, that's that, man. Be careful for shady companies out there that want to give you the runaround or sabotage you as a designer or a coder. At the end of the day, you can kind of see it coming. You can also let them know that, hey, something isn't right. Do they really care? No, they don't, because this is how they do business on it every day. So if you're a high-level UX, UI designer, coder, front end, back end, please keep in mind that there are companies that are, I would say, function at a low vibration, if you get what I'm saying, relative to you. I'm well experienced. I've been doing this for 17 years, man. Some of the biggest sites out there I done designed. Some of the biggest apps out there I done had my hands all in, if you get what I'm saying. Okay. Anyways, go to CheckMyDesigns.com for all your design needs, design, photography, videography, things like that, man. CheckMyDesigns.com. Got one of the hottest portfolios out there. Designing casino apps, leading that. Leading the entire migration for one of the largest investment firms in the market. I did that. Designing for over 30,000 internal employees. One of the best design platforms out there. That's me. Okay. We talking about one of the largest hip hop entertainment sites. Well, the largest hip hop entertainment site ever made. Did that about 17 years ago. Okay, led that. It's World Star? Okay. Yeah, man. This is what I do. Okay. I'm one of the best designers out there. I'm gonna talk your stuff, man. I'm one of the best designers out here. Okay, hands down. Best process creators, hands down. It's time for me to talk my talk, most definitely. Okay, matter of fact, let me go ahead and bring up my notes. You get what I'm saying? You dig? Let's see what we got here. Man, look. I've led enterprise teams, enterprise companies, and industries, okay? Financial services, retail, gaming, software as a service, which is a SaaS-based platforms. Most notable, Twitter and Microsoft's AI game called Versus. That's me, created, designed, led it, damn right. What else we got? You get what I'm saying? Lending Club's new app, led design, AT&T's merchant process. So basically now when you go to Best Buy, before you had to, what is it called? Leave Best Buy if you wanted an AT&T device because AT&T didn't have it in stock at the Best Buy. Now they offer 3 different avenues. AT&T themselves can drop it off to your house. Boom. Saving you from going to Verizon and buying another phone, buying the same phone because Verizon got it in stock. They can come to your house, set up a phone for you and everything. Who created that? Me. Talk your shit, man. Stanley Black & Decker, SaaS-based platform called One Construct and Track It. One Construct, which is a Jira for construction companies. The Track It platform, led that. Took a proof of concept. Full product. You welcome. Okay, what else we got? Man, I just got so many though. You get what I'm saying? Anyways, what we got? Northwestern Mutual's internal intranet site that is used by over 30,000 employees and housed over 35,000 articles. Yeah. Mutual knowledge. And also, what is it called? It's called Mutual Knowledge and it's called something else. But anyways, designed the entire brand new, what is it called? Their PTO bidding system. Did that. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and bring up the laptop. What else we got, man? It's just so much. The other platform is called LinkNet. Did that, led design. Led it so good, the real design team got jealous. Hey, man. Hey, look. I come in as a contractor. I'm supposed to make it look better. I do that. That's what I do. Okay. What else we got? Board Game Casino Starters Mobile Games. Did that. Credit One Bank's app did that. Byte Dental, their web app did that. Created the actual dashboard that Byte uses today. So now when you log in to your backend, it's all about user engagement. Created an entire dashboard to keep the person or keep the customer, in this case, happy and engaged with the actual product because it takes about 2 weeks to actually make your dental brace. Keep you engaged. Did that. ShipWorks, ShipStation. Man, created an actual marketplace to where users are able to download or in this case, integrate every single connection possible. So FedEx, UPS, different merchant accounts, different websites did that. ShipWorks' entire, what is called SaaS-based design. ShipWorks, which is the enterprise version of ShipStation. That's me. WorldStar, been there, done that. That was back in 2011. Sometimes you gotta talk your shit, man. Damn right. Been leading these design platforms, director, lead, all that. Since I many moons ago. I've been doing this since 07. CCSD's, Clark County School District's first web intern ever. Did that. CheckMyDesigns.com, man, for all your design and design needs, man. CheckMyDesigns.com for all your photography and videography needs, man. Damn right.